Time series plotting with pandas. Welcome to a beginner-friendly journey. In this lesson, you will learn how to visualize time series data with pandas in Python. You are going to load, explore, and plot real-world time series data step by step. Running the cell now. By the end, you will know how to load data, plot lines, and build confidence with real examples. What is a time series? A time series is a sequence of data points collected over time. Common time series examples include daily temperatures, stock prices, and sales data. We analyze and plot time series to discover trends, patterns, and changes. Running the cell now. Think about something you record every day or every month. That is a time series. Let us set up Python so you are ready for data and charts. First, we hide warning messages so your notebook looks cleaner. Now, we bring in Pandas. Pandas makes it easy to work with tables of data. We also import matplotlib, which helps us create charts. This line tells matplotlib to show charts right under your code. Running the cell now. You are ready to handle data. Try typing each line yourself. Data setup. You will use real retail sales data. The dataset shows monthly shampoo sales over 3 years. Let us download and inspect this time series. Running the cell now. Are you curious which months have the most sales? You will find out soon. Now, you will download shampoo sales data from the web. Here is a comment for what you are about to do. You define the web address for the shampoo sales CSV file. Pandas loads the CSV as a table or data frame you can analyze. You check how many rows and columns you have. Finally, you look at the first few rows to see the entries. Running the cell now. Notice the column names and the way dates are written. Can you spot the month with the highest sales in these rows? Let us make the data easier to use. You update the column names for clarity. Recode the month to start from 1901 to 2001. Now, you turn the month column into date format so Pandas can treat it as time. Now, you view the clean data again. Running the cell now. Notice how the month column is now a proper date. This helps Pandas plot and sort the data correctly. Your first time series plot. Let us make a simple line chart to see how sales changed over time. Seeing the whole story at once is a powerful step. Running the cell now. Try to guess before you plot, did sales go up, down, or stay the same most months? Now, you will draw your first real-time series chart. Start by telling matplotlib the chart size. You make a line chart with dots to show sales each month. Horizontal labels show the months. Vertical labels show how many units were sold. You add a chart title for context. Grid lines make points easier to spot. This keeps everything fitting inside the window. This shows the finished plot in your notebook. Running the cell now. Look for sudden jumps or drops in the chart. What patterns do you see? Always check if your data has missing values. This line checks if any sales numbers are missing. Here you count how many missing values there are. You print out the result to see if there is an issue. Running the cell now. If you see any missing values, you will learn how to handle them soon. Let us fix missing values if there are any. You replace missing sales with the sales from the previous month. This keeps your time series steady, which is useful for many plots. You check the data again to confirm it looks complete. Running the cell now. This is called forward filling. It is a simple way to keep your data smooth when a few numbers are missing. Highlighting peaks and lows. Sometimes you want to know when sales were highest or lowest. Let us find and visualize these key moments. Running the cell now. Can you predict by eye which month had the most sales before you plot? Let us look for the peak and low months for sales. You find which row has the most sales. You find which row has the least sales. You pull out the month for the peak. You do the same for the lowest. You print the top sales month in year and month format. You print the lowest month in the same way. Running the cell now. Now you know exactly when these records happened. This helps with planning and strategy. Here, you will highlight the highest and lowest sales months on your chart. You start a new plot with the data again. Then you mark the regular sales as a line with dots. You add a red dot for the month with the peak sales. You add a blue dot for the lowest selling month. Vertical and horizontal labels help with reading. A title says what you are looking at. You add a legend so it is clear what each color means. The grid makes it easier to find points. This makes the plot fit better. Now, you show the picture with highlights. Running the cell now. Use colors and dots to quickly spot special dates in your own data. Making plots more readable. You can change plot styles and add helpful markers to focus on important points. Let us try making your chart easier to understand. Running the cell now. A good chart is easy to read at a glance. Try making your chart friendly for someone seeing it for the first time. Let us give your chart a fresh look with styles and markers. Here you choose a colorblind friendly style that looks nice for everyone. You set up the usual chart area. Now you change the data line to use diamonds for points and a dashed line in purple. Month labels keep time on the bottom. The label tells you these numbers are in units sold. A descriptive title helps with sharing. Grid lines help the eyes line up points. Everything fits nicely in the area. Finally, you display your colorful new plot. Running the cell now. Try changing styles and colors. Make your plot match your favorite look or your team's color themes. You do not always need to look at all the data at once. Try zooming in on a single year. You filter the table to just include months in the first year of sales. The chart size is a little smaller. Now, you plot just that year with green dots. Give the chart a clear title showing the year. Keep time on the bottom labels. Sales stay on the side. As before, this keeps things tidy. Show your zoomed-in plot now. Running the cell now. Zooming in helps you spot changes month by month. Try other years to compare trends over time. Now, you pick which year to look at to make your own chart. Your code asks for a year from the keyboard. This finds just the data for the year you picked. You set up a small chart area for clarity. Plot that year with orange squares as markers. Your title says which year is showing. Months are on the bottom as usual. Quantity is on the side. Everything packs in smoothly. Show your custom chart now. Running the cell now. Practice, try plotting every year one by one. Which year had the biggest increase? Which year was the flattest? If this is helpful, please subscribe and like so we can bring you more beginner lessons. Sometimes a trend is easier to see if you smooth out the ups and downs. You create a new column that averages each month with its two neighbors. This line shows regular sales as a line. This adds a red line showing the moving average, or trend, over time. Months on the bottom as always. Sales are on the side. Title is clear for this style of plot. The legend shows what each line means. Grid lines make it easier to compare. Everything stays neat. Now you see how a trend line can highlight big changes. Running the cell now. Notice if the moving average rises or falls over time. That is how companies spot growth or slow spots. Now, let us focus on truly big sales months. You filter the data for months where more than 400 units were sold. Print out these high-performing months with both date and sales. A simple filter like this helps you spot standout times for your business. Running the cell now. Filtering is great for quickly finding special cases or outliers in your data. You can also sort your data to see best and worst months easily. You sort the data so months with the fewest sales come first. Now you print the first 5 rows of this sorted table. Running the cell now. Sorting helps you quickly spot patterns or focus on underperforming periods. Let us see how much sales changed each month. You add a new column that measures the difference between this month and the one before. Now print the first 10 rows so you can see those month-to-month jumps. Running the cell now. Notice, negative numbers mean sales went down compared to the month before. Do you want to see each year on its own line for easy comparison? Let us do that next. Make your plot area a bit larger. You loop through each year in the data, grouping by the year part of the date. For each group, you plot months and sales with a line for that year. The legend shows which line is which year. The remaining chart setup is familiar now. You finish with a clear legend and grid. Use the legend to compare years and see which one stands out. Running the cell now. Side-by-side lines are great for spotting season patterns or unusual years. Mini project, market report. You are the business analyst. The boss asks for a report on shampoo sales. Plot the trend for all years. Mark the biggest jump. Find the month with the sharpest drop. Let us put your new skills to the test. Running the cell now. Pause and plan, how would you use the tools you have to answer these real business questions? Let us solve the mini project with a complete, clear report. Set up a large chart area for all years. Loop through and plot each year as a separate colored line. You find the row with the largest jump in sales. You find the sharpest drop the same way. A big green dot marks the largest rise on the chart. A big red dot marks the sharpest fall. Keep all chart labels clear for the boss. Title says it all, you are showing rises and drops. Legend clarifies the special dots. Grid lines help with reading exact months. Fit the chart to the area. Show your business style report. Running the cell now. Challenge, what month saw the largest jump in sales? Which month had the fastest decline? Business analysts save charts for sharing or reports. Let us export a plot image file. You set up the familiar chart, plotting each year with its own line. All labels and grid lines help make the export useful. Use plt.savefig to write the image file to disk. plt.close cleans up memory after saving. Printing lets you know your image file is ready. Now you can find and email this file as a sales report. Running the cell now. You can change the file name to anything you like. This makes sharing results easy in the real world. Sometimes plots fail if your dates or numbers are the wrong type. Print all column types to make sure dates and numbers are correct. If any column is object or strange, convert it before plotting. Running the cell now. If a plot fails, double-check your data types here. Most errors come from this simple issue. Final tips. Try out different chart styles and color themes. Always check for missing or odd values before you plot. Learn by changing markers, colors, or date ranges to make stories clearer. The more you experiment, the faster you learn. Running the cell now. For practice, try changing a chart to use triangles or switch to a dark theme. Recap: time series plotting with Pandas. You have loaded real data, made clear line charts, and found important sales moments. Now you know how to explore and tell stories with time series data step by step. Great job reaching the end. Keep practicing and share your results. Running the cell now. Think, what new pattern could you find by changing filters or time scales? Next steps and YouTube call to action. Try your new skills on another time series dataset or your own records. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and leave a comment with what you want to see next. See you in the next Python lesson. Running the cell now. Thank you for learning Python with me today.